Hey friends, and welcome back to another Happy Plan homeschool video. Today we're going to talk about a resource that I have created / printed from Erica over at Confessions of a Homeschooler, and how I kind of tweaked it to work in our homeschool. It's something that I've done in the past, and I want to let you take a look inside, so stay tuned. So as I have you guys turned around, I wanted to show you what I did. So this exact printable, the preschool printable, is available on Erica's site at confessionsofahomeschooler.com. And this is for 2020-2021. And it does not exactly look like this when you print it. However, I just printed the front page and then I put a cardstock behind it. And I just laminated these, that way my kids can use them kind of over and over again. So that one's all about how they can write their name each month and how they get better, as well as the days of the week. And we'll go through that. So then we can just wipe it off each week and they can use it all throughout the year. And I absolutely love this because it does talk about the number before, what's today, what's the next number, and then not necessarily will my preschooler be able to write the word, but I'm hoping that by the end of the year my kindergartner at least can. Then we get into tracking down to 100 days of school, and we get into the actual calendar. So I started mine in July, and we will start this actually next week. They can also talk about the weather, which I love because it's a graph. They get introduced to that, and then at the end of the month we'll talk about which one we have the most. And it's the same thing for each month. I love how it's dotted, and I believe this printable is only like $3.95 or something ridiculously cheap on her website. And it just keeps on going, and I made it all the way till June, and then it gets into tracing the actual numbers. So once we get done with the day of the week, the calendar, and we'll come back and they'll be able to write the actual number in word form, whichever number it is, and we'll just come back to this every day and keep writing that number. And that's where I ended this. Now on her printable, she does have like a lot more that goes into this file, so definitely go check it out. I just added my preschooler's name before I laminated it, and then I went to Staples and I got it bound. Next up is my kindergartner, and so you'll see they look a little bit different. I had bought in the letter of the week curriculum, I want to say almost 8 years ago, and so that's what came into this. So when you buy the letter of the week curriculum, it has this printable. I added the year to it. Again, I just added that blue sheet, and it's the exact same setup as my preschoolers when it comes to all of these pages for what day it is. I'll skip ahead. 100 days of school, as well as the month. So when we get into the month, now this one does not have the numbers already like dot grid for her, but it does have the month. So my she's kind of like kinder / first. She knows how to write her numbers, and so therefore she can do that all on her own. And that's what I also love, is the difference in the versatility of both of these. And so you have September, and it goes through, but again, it has the dot grid for the month up there because she's just not able to do that quite yet. And everything else is completely the same except for it's not dated for your month. And I just really love these. My bigs used these for a couple years, and I did the exact same thing. I just laminated it, so therefore they can use it over and over again. I know lots of people who will do it and they'll put it in page protectors in a binder. That also works. I am just not a binder person, so I struggle with that, but I like how you can just fold it over and they can use it however they want. So I just wanted to bring you this. Again, Erica has some great printables on her site, and it's something we can use before they're ready to like use a planner, maybe like my big kids will use this year, and they still feel like they have something special, and I just love that. Hopefully that gave you a quick look inside of what we're doing this year for my littles in their calendar time. I debated on whether to do a big calendar or a little calendar or just these, which I've always done. I still don't know if I'm going to put a calendar up in our homeschool, but this gives my littles that calendar time that I think is so important so that we can learn our days of the week. We can learn to write our numbers correctly. We can learn to spell our numbers, as well as them able to do something while I'm working with my bigs on their planner time of the day and going over just what our day is gonna look like as we do that in our morning basket. Again, these are from Erica at Confessions of a Homeschooler, and these, like I said, I think it's like $3.95. When you go to download it, it has a lot more to this file. There's a whole ABCs, there's number mats, or number coloring. I think one year I did turn them into mats, and then you can like use them for Play-Doh. It has a lot more than just what I showed you, so definitely go check her out. And it's just another example of you don't always have to use all the things. Find what works for you. This works for us more than a binder situation, because like I said, I like the fact that I can just turn it over and plop it down, and it just takes up less space. So hopefully that helped give you a little insight of what my littles will be doing this year and give you some inspiration to tweak something maybe in your life that may fit your homeschool and your house a little better. I hope you all have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, friends.